I've put up with a lot of bullshit in my days. I've put up with Dark Souls, Monster Hunter though just for one game, many Dark Souls clones, the original Demon Souls, well the remake because that's what's the only one I never played, and I played through that twice. I've put up with Night Rain, and when it comes to Souls, I've played Dark Souls 3 so many times, definitely the most, with Bloodborne being second. Crimson Desert takes the cake. That takes FromSoft and Capcom's crown. I can now safely say that is the worst game I have ever played. I can now safely say that the entire game sucks, and that Pearl Abyss needs to stay away from single player games. They need to go back to MMOs. But they're making Dokkan V next, and I'll get back to that freaking game. So much fake challenge from the past, worse than Dark Souls. So many tactics meant to waste time to keep us engaged. That's the only way this game is hundreds of hours long. That's the only reason I have played this game for a grand total of 221 hours. Shitty Souls bosses, so much tediousness, garbage missions, the absolute worst puzzles I have ever seen in any video game because they need guides every freaking time. And this game is a freaking mix mash in the worst way. People that want to say this game has so much, this is the perfect example of quantity over quality. I remember the RPG Assassin's Creed got this accusation, and yet they're 60 plus hours long. Well, in my case, Shadows, that was 67 hours long. Valhalla, I'm checking these hours now. Okay, that one 103 hours long. I haven't played the DLC there. Odyssey, now that one, I played all the DLC. So that total was 119 hours, but the base game, give or take, 60 plus hours. And Origins, that one, 66 hours. And that was the first one of the RPG ACs. And I can check the total times I played Souls. So, Dark Souls 3, 301 hours. Bloodborne, 206. But those are because of multiple playthroughs. So that's around 50 plus hours per character. Or 30 each because I level up early. Crimson though, it's over 200 hours because of a lot of bullshit. Not fun. In fact, Monster Hunter World, plus the DLC, the total is 306 hours because of a lot of bullshit. Because of having to track all these damn monsters and grind out armor, weapons, and shit like that to do bigger hunts. And one other mention, Red Dead 2, 69 hours total. Boss. Now on to the final boss. You can't even enjoy the final boss, which, that's Seraphim. Straight up, that's Seraphim, one of the biblically accurate angels, one of the 9 choirs, 3 ranks. Seraphim is one of the top 3 of rank 1. I drew up Seraphim and over them. The last one is Cherubim. Also, that is Seraphim despite 10 wings. There are some depictions drawn with 8 wings, 10 wings. I don't know why when it's usually 6 wings. Visually, that's a cool boss. Even Dante has to fault these guys. But the gameplay is garbage. Speaking of Dante, this is another one of those gimmick fights. DMC1 did this. But Pearl Abyss cannot do this because they never made single player games before this. Your fireball does nothing to this thing. You wouldn't know how to even do damage. You see the stagger bar going up. And when you manage to increase it while this thing keeps pushing you back, you'll launch off your dragon automatically. You flying close. You think to shoot it with your bow and arrow. That damage is shit. You fly in and gotta do your force palm. When the game doesn't tell you! That's another problem with this game. It doesn't tell you shit! Gotta look up the game for almost every goddamn thing. And those challenges, absolutely worthless because all you get is freaking Abyss artifacts. It is just a useless addition. Just part of the false advertisement for this freaking game. People that want to bring up the 5 million copies sold, the game was falsely advertised. We did not buy this game for this. We bought this game because it seemed like it was going to raise Skyrim's bar. Be a far better RPG. We didn't know about this tedious bullshit, the shitty puzzles, the shitty boss fights, everything else. We damn well didn't know about not being able to skip cutscenes ever. When the marketing said, oh, you don't need to grind XP, you can find abilities and attacks all over the game world, that was just bullshit. The attacks you find is just stuff on the skill tree that is locked, that you can't just unlock normally. You gotta go around to a certain point and find it. Those challenges when they're picking the bitch shit up all over the world, bullshit. They're just more Abyss artifacts. Nothing special. If anybody wants to bring up reviews, those people didn't even beat the game. They did not play this game for over 200 hours to make a review. They played, what, at least the first 2 hours and thought the game was good right away. Heck, I thought the game was good right away in my first Crimson video. And I gotta delete that now. Because it does not bring up all the bullshit. In fact, videos that show the dragon and show the mech, they don't tell you the bullshit you have to go through before getting to that point, and they don't tell you that the mechs and dragons are trash. In fact, the mainstream gaming sites are correct for once. Crimson does too much shit. It doesn't know what it wants to be. The game is indeed average. It deserves a 6 out of 10. I'm not giving it a 7 because I gave Night Rain a 7. Crimson actually doesn't deserve to be right there with Night Rain. And that says a lot. And Angry Joe went easy on this game. Way too easy on it. IGN especially gets deserved flack. But compared to 6 out of 10 here to Skyrim, they gave Skyrim a 9.5. Witcher 3, 9.3. Crimson Desert is nowhere near them. Hell, it tried to be them. And Red Dead, bunch of other games, it fails. And people that think this deserves Game of the Year, this rushed out, untested mess deserves Game of the Year. Your standards are terrible. Y'all never played Skyrim and those other games. And if this does win Game of the Year, it will set a bad precedent. If this gets clones, that will be shit. And that mess will be on you people. This game damn well is an industry plan, just like Expedition 33, for praise and outdated shit. But this is worse. Way worse than Expedition 33. And this thing will get rigged awards. In fact, Last of Us 2 won 7, nominated for 11. Expedition 33 won 9, nominated for 13. So Crimson, it will probably win 11 and be nominated for 15. I almost forgot, the game is called Crimson Desert, yet the game doesn't climax in the actual Crimson Desert. Why name the game after an area if shit doesn't happen there? And Pearl Abyss got the balls to say they want to make games every 2 or 3 years. And they say they want to speed up GoTY's development. Y'all can't even get one game right. Yet y'all want to hash out games so quick? Fuck that, and fuck GoTY or whatever the fuck that's pronounced. That game is going to be complete shit. And I damn well am not touching a Pearl Abyss game ever again. Here's another thing. I was going to do another freaking photo montage despite all the shit I put up with that one YouTube track I use when I'm at the end of a game I'm talking about. But then more and more bullshit showed up the further I progressed in the game, so that idea is scrapped. I'll still use that track though for something else. I have dealt with so many frustrating games, but they have not made me do this. Rest in hell, you piece of shit. I almost forgot to talk about the final trophy for beating the game. Expert storyteller, including me. Just 5.5% of players. 5.5% out of 5 million is 275,000. Even if we split that, let's say 2.5 million PlayStation 5 users, then it would be even lower. Why make a fuss about 5 million copies sold when a little bit beating the game? That's not even a quarter, that's like a nickel. And no doubt this shit has made many quit, so that 5 mil isn't even the actual total, that goes down a bit. Fuck this game.